Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to see a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, grab a snack and a comforting beverage of your choice, and let's get to some cards. Before I do though, I do want to say that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also included links to my website, my social media, and other ways you can contact me outside of YouTube if you're interested in getting a private reading done with me. Please know that it's an option, it's not an obligation, so if you can't support me in this way right now, please don't worry about it. I'm just happy to read cards for you and hopefully something resonates. So let's get into the reading. Now, I need to preface this by telling you that some of the decks we're going to be using today are very exciting for me. I have been waiting to bring the tarot decks that I am using. I have been waiting to get them for so long, and I finally managed to find them at a reasonable price, and I have them, and I'm going to use them today, which I've now beaten over the head with you guys. So let's do it. I also have a bonus reading for you as well. So let's start with your oracles. And I have a mantra card for you today. So we're going to start with the mantra, which reads, I make like a friendship farmer and fertilize all my easy, joyful friendships. The other ones, well, nature can decide what to do with those. So that is your mantra. Okay. I also have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay. We also have the waning moon. What do you need to release? Okay. And we also have ametrine. Make your big dreams your big life. Okay. And then, as you can see, that is the back of the card where I'm getting the tagline. So what I'm seeing here is that you're releasing some old energies around potentially a toxic friendship, and you're doing so by getting very clear on the kind of people you want to have around you. I feel like you're finally understanding what you need from people, and you're very clear about the boundaries and things that you want them to respect. Okay. I feel very compelled to kind of answer the question of the release, the aspect of release, by clarifying it with the card for envy. There's been some resentment, there's been some anger, there's definitely been some envy. But like I said, that's going away because you're clear about what you want and who you want around you. Okay. And in getting clear about that, you're finally able to see how to achieve your goals, how to move yourself forward in your plans. Okay, that's important, that's special, don't let that go. But also keep in mind that things can change and things can definitely change. So there's your oracle reading to start off with. So my question then is, how can we make the best use of this energy right now? What can we do to maintain that clarity and that sense of forward momentum right now? So we're going to yeah, we're going to get into the tarot. We're going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot by Valenza. Again, this is one of the new decks that I am very happy for. Right off the bat, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I'm going to take that as a card we need to see. Let's get a couple more, and we'll get the hidden and clarifying energies after that. Okay. So let's start with the Three of Pentacles. Right off the bat, we have teamwork. And I'm going to associate this with the friendship aspect that's coming out in your oracles. Because you finally cleared out the kind of team effort you want to see. Okay. Now, I suppose ideally, when you're immediately thinking group projects for school, the metaphor still works, I think. Because what I'm thinking is that ideally you want everybody to pull their own weight, you want to work equally, you want to make sure that things are running smoothly. And especially if you have perfectionistic tendencies, I'm raising my hand here, especially if you have tendencies toward that, there may be the risk of holding on too tight. But, you know, the sentiment in this card is that you're working together to achieve a goal. And again, going back to your oracle, you want certain things. You're clear about that, and you know how to move forward. Move forward. The first step in that is that you release the negativity, specifically envy, but very generally releasing negativity so that a space for positivity can start being cultivated. Excuse me. So there's the Three of Pentacles. We also have the High Priestess. So in doing all of this work, there's going to be an opportunity for you to really reflect and to really get deep in your own personhood. Okay. How do you fit in with this group? Right? What's your part in this? Okay. Only you can answer that. Only you can tell people what to expect. And if you're off in the ether when other people are depending on you over here, people are going to say, well, she doesn't contribute. She doesn't do her work. This person is difficult. They insist on their way, right? That's where you have to decide where you fit in here, and certainly how that role affects the situation in your oracle. Okay. So there's the High Priestess. Okay. Oh, yeah, I like this, because what did I say about clarity? Okay, the Chariot is, the Chariot's waiting for a driver. Okay, maybe this is a chance for somebody, if not you, to step up and lead. And frankly, I'm feeling like this could be you. If you are resonating with this portion of the reading, frankly, I feel like this could be you, that you're stepping in to lead a group, and you're doing so with an open mind and an open heart. Okay, it's not necessarily iron fist kind of leadership, but it's certainly authoritative. It's certainly very clear, very goal oriented, certainly, and yes, you will achieve success. Okay. Yeah, you'll achieve what you're looking for, I think. Okay. Let me shuffle real quick. Okay. All right. Our hidden energy is the Two of Pentacles. So in this leadership position, you're going to have to juggle quite a bit. Okay, and you might feel unsteady, you might feel a little bit, you might feel like the ground is wobbly underneath your feet. But even through that, remember that you're clear about how you're going to do this work. Okay, you're definitely clear about how you're going to do this work. Okay, even as things shift, right? Okay, there's the Two of Pentacles. We also have strength. Yes, you are a strong leader. You might not know it yet. You might not believe it, but you are a strong leader. You do have all the capability you need to balance. I love this. You have the capability to balance this Two of Pentacles energy. Okay, because once again, you're clear, you're clear-minded, you're open-hearted. Okay, clarity and open-mindedness is what I'm trying to say here. But you certainly have the ability to manage everything over here. Okay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Even if you don't believe me, it's like, oh well, I could never. I'm not comfortable with this. I'm more of a follower than a leader. Honestly, maybe that might be true, but I think you're being called. You're definitely being called to step into the position that doesn't make you feel the most comfortable. And that is, that seems to be a leadership position. Okay, so let's move on into clarifying why we're seeing the cards we are seeing. We are going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot by Krans. Once again, I'll go into the story after, because I need to shout out a small business that I absolutely love and adore, and I just discovered this. So that'll come at the end. So hang tight. Everything will be linked in the description. To the clarifying here, to clarify the Three of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Six. I'm gonna say this is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm doing my best with these decks. I'm still kind of training with the Wild Unknown Tarot. So bear with me if I don't get these right. I do apologize. But this is the Six of Pentacles, and there is a growing sense of generosity and openness. Again, openness with the way that you're feeling, with what you're offering, to this situation. You're bringing a lot. Okay. Whether you realize it or not, you're the kind of person that does truly have a lot to offer. And whether or not you realize that, it is growing. You know, they might be tiny little seeds right now, but if you plant and nurture and let these things grow, you might get a tree from a tiny little mustard seed. Like I said, you have things to offer, generous things to offer. Okay. Look again, because I feel like those seeds are germinating. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to pull two. So another clarifier for the Six of Pentacles is the Ace of Swords. There's certainly there's a new perspective to be had in this situation. Like I said, you might not believe you're a leader. You might not believe that you have what it takes to do the work, but you do. my friend. Yes, you do. There's an opportunity to shift that perspective. Okay, and again, whether you realize it or not, you do. You just need to shift yourself into it. Okay, clarifying the High Priestess here, we have, okay, again, training. This is the Six of Swords. So, yeah, I think this is, I'm going to say this is the Six of Swords. I may mess this up. I apologize. Just kidding. I'm going to say Six of Wands. Okay. Accept the good work you're doing. Okay. It will be noticed. Your effort will be seen. Okay. What you might not be comfortable doing it. You might be like, oh, that's great, guys. I'm just doing what I do. You know, it's because I have to, not because I'm actually doing a good job, blah, blah, blah. People see that effort. Okay, you will be recognized for that, and you will be asked to say, you know, did you do this? Yes. Okay, let me reward you. Let me give you something to remember this effort by, because you deserve the honor for the good work. That doesn't, you know, and you might be right about saying, well, I did what I did. It was because, you know, I had a job and I showed up for it. That's what they're acknowledging. You showed up. Okay, you showed up, you did the work, you did it to the best of your abilities, and that's important. Okay, I think what's also important here is you giving yourself the praise that you're hearing from everybody else, because people are already validating you. Now it's time for you to validate yourself as the leader you know you are. Okay, so there's the Six of Wands. Okay, we also have the World. You're the type of person to see things to the end. You're going to stick it out. You're going to definitely make sure that things are where they need to be, how they need to show up in that place. And you're also, maybe a little more deeply than that description, is you're capable of going inside your soul, inside your mind, doing the reflection. Remember that we're clarifying the High Priestess here. You're capable of going deep and finding what needs to be released. Okay, I love that I said that, because remember that we have the waning moon here, and remember that we are probably likely working on releasing the envy. Okay, that's going to require moving old energy out and accepting new energies coming into you. Okay, so there is the World. Let's clarify a Chariot. I'm going to do some shuffling again here. Okay. Okay. Clarifying the Chariot. We're starting with the Tower. So there's been some challenges. And this is probably where you're getting a little uncomfortable by being put in a leadership position, because things have been disappointing in the past. Things haven't worked for you like you thought they would. People have let you down. Situations have fallen through. All of those things have led you to this moment. And you might be looking at the damage and the things done and being like, what good has this done? How has this been beneficial? The reason why, and I will always stand by this, the reason why I think one of the lessons from the Tower is that there's value in the rubble is that You might just have toothpicks. You might just have splinters. But there's still a possibility of still having basic ingredients to bake your cake. I don't know why that metaphor came out, but there it is. You know, you might have burned a batch of cookies, but you baked a cake. And oh my God, that's the best cake I've ever tasted. So yes, thank you very much. Okay? There's still value in the things that haven't worked. Okay, remember we have the Ace of Swords come out as well. It's going to take a shift in your thoughts and the mentality you take in this situation, because there's some things coming to you, and yet to see whether it's positive or negative or neutral, but we'll see what happens. So there's the Tower. We also have the Hanged Man. So once again, a shift in perspective is going to happen. I'm sorry, I have a window open, so there's a lot of outside noise coming out. Hanged Man. You start seeing things from a different angle may also help here as well. Okay, I talked about there's value in the rubble, the baking a cake metaphor. But I also feel like saying that you need, once again, spend some time listening. Okay, I'm getting to that thought simply because I'm looking at a bat right now. And as I understand, this might not be all species of bats, but bats don't particularly, some species don't have particularly good eyesight, which is why they use echolocation. I'm feeling compelled to tell you to listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, really tap into your heart chakra, your sacral chakra. Just listen to yourself and what your body and your mind are telling you, especially about this situation, because you'll hear this still small voice inside you. You will, but you need to give yourself the chance to listen. And because you're hanging out, you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm here. La-di-da, let me just sit and be quiet for a minute, and we'll see what my gut has to say. Okay? There's your assignment for the week. Okay? That was clarifying the Chariot. That was clarifying the Chariot. Okay? Moving into the Two of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. And 6, 7, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So again, go back to the reflections. Take a step back and assess notes. Make progress. You assess notes about your progress so far. You still have some work to do. I think you're on your way. Okay. In spite of the challenges, in spite of your Tower moment, in spite of being potentially feeling stuck by something in it, remember that you do have the strength to navigate that. You've had to do some finagling in that before. You're here now. You're here now. You've made progress. But let's look a little bit deeper and see what else is growing. Okay. So that is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, and how I feel that clarifies the 2 of Pentacles is that you're probably not feeling completely steady on your feet right now because you've had a shakeup, or you've gone through some things that have genuinely shaking your ground a little bit. And that might be where you need to assess your progress in this area. Okay. Now, clarifying the strength, card for strength. Okay. We have, let's just take the bottom card. Okay. Love it. This is the Eight of Pentacles. This is diligent effort. This is diligent effort. This is hard work. This is doing something that matters to you. Okay. And the goal I'm seeing here is that you are working to build, specifically, you're working to build a stable home. Now, that might not resonate with everybody, and that's totally okay. But I'm getting to that because the spider is weaving a web for itself. And I'm not a spider, obviously. I can only imagine the kind of effort it would take for this creature to produce the materials it needs. But in order to have a place to rest, to eat, to enjoy its life, basically, for however long that is, it needs to put out the effort to do just that. And that is what you have been, that is what you personally have been doing. Okay, you're working hard, you're leading, whether it's a group of people, whether it's whether it's a group of people, whether it's just on your own, you've worked hard to get where you are now. Okay, don't deny yourself the right to feel proud of yourself. Don't deny yourself the right to accept praise from other people. And you've done good work so far. Okay, you've done really good work so far. So don't give up now. Okay, don't give up now. Alrighty. Let's move into some other decks. This is going to be how we can safely use this energy right now. If you're resonating this part's for you. Generally, if you're new to readings like this, I will read an oracle to get a situation. I will use part of my tarot to get specifics, and then the last however many couple of decks I need for that will be specifically for how you can use what you know now. So before I do that, though, I'm going to get into a water break really quick. So hydration check, guys. Cheers. How are you doing? Hope you're okay. Okay. Let's get into, I already have this one out. So we're gonna use the Light Seers Tarot. This is gonna start us off on how you can use the information we've just gotten. Okay, just a sec. Alrighty. Okay. So first card out, I have the Five of Pentacles. So once again, we're going back to the collaboration effort here. There is a support system around you, believe it or not. I feel compelled to say that you don't feel like you're being supported in whatever effort you're trying to get people behind. Okay? And I also feel compelled to say that the people you're trying to get to support you aren't the people you want around you anyway. That might bring up some conflict. That might be where that might be where the energy of the oracle is coming in. That might be part of what you need to release in order to really lead yourself down the road here. It's there. The thing is, it's there. You just need to give yourself the chance to ask for it. Okay, what's behind that closed door? And the other thing, this might rub a raw nerve in some of you, and I do apologize for that, but the thing is, you close the door on certain aspects of what you might need, and that could be bringing up a lot of well, frankly, negativity, because again, the anger, the resentment, the bitterness that I don't know why I'm doing this, I don't have the support. Well, yes, you do. You have to come inside from the cold and ask for it, because it is there, and people do care. People do love the work, obviously. Remember that you have the Six of Wands, you have all these cards that are building you up. It's you that's tearing yourself down. It's you that's holding yourself back. Okay? Come in and ask for help. It is there. Okay? We also have the Magician. Come on. What's this negative self-talk? Do I need to explain this card? You already know. You already know you have what it takes. Remember that you have the Empress. Empress energy is coming in. You have the High Priestess. You have the Chariot. You have strength. Yes, you have the Tower. Yes, you have the Seven of Coins. You have the Eight of Coins. But you got it. Hi, hello, Magician energy here. Live that for a minute. Be proud that you get to live that for a minute, because not everybody may realize that. You might be in that position, but I feel that you're so close to waking up to this Magician energy. Okay? Yes, you are capable. Yes, you can do this. No, you are not alone. Moving on. Okay, we also have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. There may be some things in your space that haven't worked out, or that you've gotten certain things, but they haven't been exactly what you thought they would be. Okay. And that's just like, and notice this character sitting there holding his head like, oh, why did I do that? What was I thinking? Blah, blah, blah. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel disappointed. What is not okay is miring yourself in it. Okay? One of these days, you're going to have to brush, I'm going to use the bird here. One of these days, you're just going to have to brush the crow off your shoulder and say, you know what? I gotta go. I can't stay here. You get to go with your friends. I'm gonna go find my own way. Okay? Ultimately, it is okay to be disappointed when things don't work out. It's not okay to constantly relive it. It's not okay to have this chatter in your ear about it. Okay? And this is why I think the World card is coming out too, because it's time to move this on. It's time to move this on. Okay? So, for our hidden energy, okay, we have the High Priestess. I think this is a repeat card. I'm gonna actually, yep. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Again, you gotta do the shadow work. Go in. Go in. The answers you want aren't out here. Go in. you have everything it takes to show up authentically, to be the person you want to be the leader you deserve. Okay? You know it in here. You know it in here. You have the capability and everything you need. I'm going to beat a dead horse if I go any further. High Priestess. Yes, please. There's your hidden energy, clarifying energy. You're going to get a lot of information coming at you real fast. Okay? A lot of downloads may be coming in, a lot of things that are, a lot of things that might not feel obvious might be coming very clear to you at some point. Okay? This is great. I'm really happy to see this. Keep this in mind. Okay? So, there's the Eight of Wands. Okay. And finally, finally we're going to get into the wild unknown, the spirit animal oracle. I'm going to do my best to interpret these intuitively. So if you know the definitions for these cards differently, or if you have a different interpretation for these cards specifically, or for the reading entirely, please let me know in the comments. I'm really, really excited to hear from you in that regard. So, okay, let's see what we have to start, and then we'll get our clarifying and hidden energies as per the usual. Okay, we have the Lamb. Okay, we have the Scorpion, and we have the Whale. So, interestingly enough, I'm going to interpret specifically the Whale and the Lamb together as you have their big dreams in your space. Okay, there's a lot of things you want to achieve, a lot of goals you have. Yes, I do think that's true. I'm hearing the phrase gentle giant. I'm hearing phrases like, yes, gentle giant. I'm hearing phrases like intelligence, curiosity, groundedness, going with the flow. So maybe this is something you need to tap into. I also like that I'm saying things like groundedness, because a portion of the first part of the tarot was concerned with Pentacles. So I like that the earth aspect is coming out here. There's the glyph. You could also be an earth sign, a water sign, or you could have earth and water signs in your natal chart somewhere. I will raise my hand to being, I will raise my hand to having a lot of water and earth in my placements. Again, going based on the water and earth signs, you could be feeling a lot of big emotions right now, a lot of things all at once. You could have a lot of emotional turbulence going on in your life right now, going back to the Two of Pentacles energy that came out. There's just a lot. There's just a lot in you. You run deep and you run powerfully. Okay? And that is going to, you're requiring groundedness somehow. Okay? Because remember what I said, you're feeling a lot. You're clearly feeling it all very deeply. This is the sign for fire. So, in saying that, there could be a tendency for you to feel very snappy, mean, because you feel um, so much and you don't know what to do with it. It's like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to take my stress out on you because you're right here, and God help me if I don't mean that. I'm really sorry. Just, there it is. We'll deal with it later, right? Immediately, right here and now, you need to treat yourself gently. You need to treat others gently. Remember that, especially if you're in a leadership position, this fire energy might get things done, but it may make you a difficult character to deal with. Oh, I don't like saying that. I apologize. Let's get into some hidden and clarifying energies, and we'll see how that goes. So, to clarify our lamb, our whale, and our scorpion, we have, we have the butterfly. I like this. This is part of the air sign. This is associated with the air sign in this deck. So there's a chance of transformation, okay? Definitely transform this energy. You have the chance to, and I think it is going to be a stunning transformation when you take this fire and turn it into something that turn it into an energy that can get stuff done. So instead of being snappy and mean and bashing out, transmute that energy and go, you know what? I'm not feeling good, but here's my coping mechanism. I'm going to create something. I'm going to sing at the top of my lungs. I'm going to scream into a pillow. And then I'm going to get up, pull my big girl pants on, and go hang with my peeps because we got stuff to do. Okay? Okay. There's our hidden energy, butterfly. Okay? And we also have fox, which is another earth sign here. So let me make that clear for you. Sorry, anyway, overhead lighting, not great. But you're smart, you're deeply intelligent. Okay? That's an advantage when you're being that's an advantage when you're leading. Okay? You've got some work to do, and you can't hold on to everything all at once. But I think you know how to do the job you're being called to do. Okay? So there's the fox. I'm going to move all of that aside. I don't think I mentioned this. I probably did, but I do have a bonus reading for you, and then we'll talk a little bit about where I got these cards, because I do want to shout out the business I found these cards at. So, for the bonus oracle reading, if you've skipped ahead to this point, totally cool. But here's the bonus. For your mantra, I have, when in doubt, people give people the benefit. Everyone is trying their best. Okay. I also have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay. I also have the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay. And I also have Lemurian Quartz, Escape Your Mind. So you've been in your head, and you've been in your head a lot, and there have been some negative thoughts, some negative self-talk that has affected your self-esteem. You could be dealing with a person that hasn't probably hasn't treated you very well and has given you the impression that they don't care, they don't feel you're worthy. It's all just chatter in your ear at this point. Okay, all right. The thing is that it's moving on, okay, because it's reaching a resolution, and and with that resolution comes an increase in your self-esteem, right? Okay, so let's get into the tarots. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. We have the okay, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. It's in Roman numerals. Sometimes I don't get it right away. So this is the Seven of Swords. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Oyster. Okay, do my best with the Oyster here. But to clarify the swords here, there's the weight on your shoulders of keeping secrets. Okay, and I think that's what's affecting. That's what's affecting your thought processes right now. Okay, because you're holding on. It's heavy. It's heavy. You're keeping something from yourself, and whether you realize that or not is going to be the question. Okay, because remember, you've been in your head. You've been in your thoughts for a long time. You've dwelled on this for far too long. What you need to know for yourself here is that you are smart enough to know what to do in order to release this burden. Okay, you know what, you might know that something is painfully obvious, but you don't want to acknowledge it. Okay, once again, that's burdening yourself. That's it. Is it necessary? I don't know. You know what that looks like for you, but it's time to let it go because that energy is reaching a conclusion. Okay. I do think that when this energy moves itself out, I don't want to say your shell will be broken, but you can more safely open up. Okay, you can come out of your shell. It's going to be beneficial, but it's going to take some work because right now you're just hiding, and you don't need to. But at this point, you probably do have a good reason for doing so. So you're good for now. When you're ready, this work will be done. Okay. Remember that in order to open up, okay, because this is the water glyph, you're gonna have to learn what you can bring in and what you can let go. Okay, hope that made sense. I'm gonna call the reading quits for here. Really quickly, like I said in the beginning, I have been looking for these decks for so long. Light Seer, the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal, and the Deviant Moon Tarots. Oh my god, I have wanted these decks in my collection for the longest time. And I was out and about this weekend, just walking around, enjoying my life, and I found a store that carries tarot decks and things like that, but it's on consignment. So it's all vendors and outside people renting space in the store. Well, I was able to find the decks that I used, and I am so incredibly proud of this vendor for showing their work. But not only that, I am really excited for this store to be in existence because it supports local artisans, local crafters, and local vendors. So I will find the links to the store and to the vendor I bought these decks from. Thank you to them for allowing me to support them in this way. I hope that you can find a way of supporting the artists in your area as well as the artists I'm sharing with you. And that is it for this reading. I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye, everybody.